that game kind of was an offensive lineman's dream. Just line up and run the ball over and over and over again. What was your impression of your first game as a Beaver?
Absolutely. I've been looking forward to playing Reeser the whole summer. I've heard so many stories because I've had Coach Devan as a coach prior to here, and he's just told me all about the glory days, and I'm like, all right, I can't wait to finally be here and get involved. And Reeser never fell short to the expectations I had with it, even though it wasn't sold out yet. I'm excited for the season coming up. I'm really excited. The game was, again, something I'm a little new to, strictly a run game almost. I loved it. It's a strong physical game. It's football. It's what it is. But when we see something, we can just run and run and run and run. We're just going to do it, That's what we are, and that's who we are, and it's fun.
There were 2 drives of more than 10 plays. Well, you didn't throw a single pass and just ran the ball down the field. What does that say to the group and the confidence the coaches obviously have in your group?
I feel like it's almost every team across the nation, put the game on our backs. Let our running backs make the plays and let the O-line lead the way, and then everything else will fall into place after that. Because if we have a strong run game, we can't be stopped. As long as we get the ball on the ground, we keep moving, it's what we're here for. It's our whole game plan.
I think you guys rotated in 8 offensive linemen during the game. Just how do you think the chemistry kind of went for that first game?
I feel like O-line, it's a tight room. It's a really tight-knit room. We all have to work together to be a cohesive offensive line. We have to do what we have to do. But throughout fall camp, we've been doing the rotation, so we kind of all played together with everyone at some point in time. Even if it was Strand at right tackle and Flav at left guard, I played. I still have the pocket awareness of Grant and Strand. It's just different guys, but I know who's in there. I know what's going on, so I'm pretty comfortable with everyone on the line.
What's more fun for an offensive lineman, a run block or pass block? I think I know the answer.
Yeah, there's nothing like just imposing your will and moving a guy from point A to point B every play of the drive, and when you see the little whisper of hope leaving their eyes, you're just going down the field, you're just kind of yeah, we got this, we're going with it.
Did it feel different in the second half when it was just clear you guys are running over? Were they wearing out? Did guys start giving up a little bit? Or?
They fought hard to the end. You could see it. They were tired. Yeah, it was a hot day, but we were all tired. It's the same stuff. But we were going into this week knowing what we were going to do. We knew we were going to run the ball, and we had our plays that we wanted to run, and that's what we did. We just stuck to our guns and did what we know.
Yeah. And I know you and Van are coming from a place that Colorado held the ball as long as anybody last year, and a lot of long dropbacks. And Vonnie was getting out quick this week. You guys were running a lot. Just how different is it for you guys?
No, it was actually kind of funny. Towards the end of the fourth quarter, me and Bam were sitting down and we're like, I think we'll take the 95% run instead of the 95% pass any day of the week. It's just a lot more fun for football, we know what we're doing. It's violent. It's what we signed up to be, and it's just fun.
The touchdown pass to David Wells. When you look, I don't know how much you've seen on film, but the pocket was about as clean as you could possibly have. Have you watched it and saw how good the blocking was on that?
No, yeah, absolutely. Blocking will always be better. There was a couple things that I need to clean up on that one for sure, but it was designed to give him space, and that's what he got. So it was cool to see it all play out in live action.
How much better could you have been? There never was anybody within 7 yards of it.
No, it's just little things. Coach Bray was saying, so was Coach Gunner saying, you can't be happy. You can be happy with the win, but not necessarily what you did to win. Because there's still the little mistakes that we can clean up that will get exposed when we play the stronger teams throughout the year. Yeah. And so that's what the focus is this week, and that's what pretty much ever since the game ended, that was focus correcting the small things that we know we need to fix to go into this next week and later on in the season so they don't keep showing up.
Was there a play in the game you felt like was as close to perfect as it could be? I know there's never a perfect play, but was there one in the game that really stood out to you?
I don't really I feel like every play has something there. No matter how good you think you did, there's always something that can be better. I don't ever look for you strive for perfection, but you're happy with excellence, Yeah. You will never be perfect, but you'll be damn near good. You'll be good enough to be excellent. Yeah. But there's a couple drives. We were going towards the Jumbotron, and we just called the same play 3 times. And, when you're kind of in the 8th, 9th play of the drive, everyone's kind of quiet because you know what you're doing. It's the same play. And I think it was JT right next to me. He didn't say a lick, but we knew exactly what we were doing, and it felt good. We got off the rock, and we drove another 5 or 6 yards down the field, first down.
Yeah.
What's it like when you know you got two guys back there who can practically start probably at any school that they would want to go to?
You know, I love it. You know, backs are my best friends. Backs are the O-line's best friends. They make our job easy. We make their job easy. It's kind of just back to back, and it's kind of just a give and take. But it's a phenomenal feeling that we can lean on the run game whenever we want. And then when we want to go air raid or just throw it deep, we can. It's a really fun feeling to have.
San Diego State's defense, what challenges do you see looking at tape early in the week?
You know, they're a little stronger, a little bigger, a little quicker. It's going to be a fun game. They're a lot more physical than up front than last week, but, you know, it's just going to be a fun game. We're kind of used to this play style of defense. It's similar to what we've seen before, and, you know, we've practiced it for a couple weeks now, so getting into it's going to be fun.
I don't know if you've been asked this yet, but how did you feel like you and Josh meshed on the left side first game?
I think we meshed pretty well. You know, we've been in the same spot pretty much since this mid of camp. We've kind of been solidified there. But again, we had rotations in with every guy. But I feel like there's always a different mesh or weld that I have with different guys. So me and Josh, I know like for sure he's going to be there when I need him to be there, and Flav is going to have something else that I'm going to need, and same thing for him. It's just different things. But you know, it was good to know that he had my back, I had his back, and it was a pretty good game between both of us, I feel.
Yeah. Okay.
It's kind of rare to have a guy of his ability playing guard. You know, so what's it like having him next to you? Because most left tackles don't have a left guard of his ability right next door.
Yeah, you know, he's a whiz when it comes to everything that his like football terminology. He's been in the game a couple years longer than I have, and it shows a little bit. You know, I call him the old man. He's a little older than me, but he's smart. He knows what he's doing on each play. When like I get a little antsy about something, he kind of like just make sure you know what you're doing, and kind of helps me talk it down on the sideline. It's pretty nice to have, but it's a phenomenal feeling to be real secure there.